No trip to the desert is complete without stopping in a location that sounds slightly threatening. Today we're in Death Valley National Park. Heading west from Las Vegas, we make our way through the Red Rock Conservation Area to the small town of Pahrump, Nevada. We made our way to what I'm going to call a ghost town of the Amagrosa town, which is right outside of Death Valley National Park. This was built in the 1920s, and this was originally a company town for the borax mines in the area. This was our last stop before we made our way into the national park. While we were in Death Valley, the park had experienced some rain in the months prior to our visit, and this developed a lake in the Badwater Basin, which is the driest spot in the United States. This lake is known as Lake Manly, and this is the view from what is called Dante's View. To the west, you can see the eastern Sierra Nevada mountains, which are the highest mountains in the lower 48, as well as Badwater Basin, which is the lowest point in the lower 48, meaning the highest and lowest point in the United States are about 50 miles apart from one another. Continuing our way through the park, we stopped at Zabriskie Point to capture some of these photos. We visited Death Valley about a year before this, and I'm much happier with how the photos of this trip turned out. The view we saw of the lake earlier was from above, and now we actually went down to the lake at Badwater Basin. Since this lake was formed on a salt flat, this was the saltiest water I had ever been in, and my feet and hands were totally dry for the rest of the day. But we got to go and walk through the lake, which hardly ever exists, and we got some of these really cool photos like this kayaker on the lake. After drying off and changing clothes, after spending some time in Lake Manly, we headed towards our sunset spot, which would be Mesquite Flat Sand Dunes. And what's a road trip without a little bit of construction to go along with it? We chose Mesquite Flat Sand Dunes for our sunset spot again. We did this last year also, but this is a very convenient spot for us since our next destination is Lone Pine, and this is probably only a 50-minute drive from here. We stayed a little bit into dusk to get some of these nice blue hour photos. I particularly like this area because you can just walk through the dunes forever and every view is going to be different. I really like this photo of this stick in the moon. With that, we headed back to the car to our next destination, which was Lone Pine in the eastern Sierra Nevada mountains, specifically Alabama Hills.